Welcome to another video. We're off to the woodyard this morning. Very windy, if you can hear me, and it's a bit rainy. But we're going to go see if we can find some wood to get, you can't see it from here, that, to see if we can get the timber for the cladding, for the stables and stuff for the fencing. So let's head to the woodyard.
Something in my brain causes stress. So come and make me feel different. You wanna hold, don't hold back. Oh, your little drama's got me mad.
I think and the sound might be horrendous in here, but we have come back from the timber yard and we are now back up on the roof doing the little section that we haven't done. It's little because it's smaller than the other one. Dad is just measuring the valley, so where the two roofs meet you need a bit like this, which is then where the water runs down into the guttering, so Dad's just doing that. Got chops all set up. It's kind of really windy and it's kind of raining, so hence why we are now in the watertight section, because it's random showers. What are they? Oh cool. Oh awesome. So we're just battening the same as what we did in the other video. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch part 1. This is going to be part 2. So we're just using battens, trying to use some of the offcuts that we've cut off from the big roof onto the little roof. That's where we're at. We've been to the timber yard. We've ordered the timber ready for the cladding for the stables and the house. So as soon as that arrives, I will show you. I don't think it'll be in this week's video because it'll be next week. It's not being delivered next week. We've also got the fencing, so we're going to do a bit of that today. But that's what we're doing. Let's crack on with the fencing.
And I don't need to tell you facts. You know I always want you back, girl. I could give you a big bad surprise. Let you take your time. Sure you wanna die. Treat me nice and I'll save you a slice. Baby,
Wow, it is windy. And when we're up on that roof, close to the sky, which makes it even more windy. You can probably hear it. So windy. So I'm on chopping up duty, which is fine. So Dad's up there measuring the lengths that he needs, sending them down to me, and I'm chopping them and taking them back up, which is great. But we're halfway on the first kind of pitch, so hopefully we'll get that whole little bit done. It's a little bit trickier because where we've done the valley and done the other felt, you've got to put this new felt underneath that felt so that the water runs on the roof and runs over and not through and down. So it'll get wet, but I'll show you that in a minute. I'll take you up there when we go back up, or try and remember. But I'm all wrapped up, nice and warm. Well, I'm a bit cold, but it's that wind. Storm Debbie apparently. Better crack on. Dad's just changing his shoes. We're back up on that roof. Now very rainy, but we've got to the point where we don't want to stop. I've just come to get, and like, there we go, I've just come to get a handsaw. We are now on the final section of the roof, which is really good, but it is, I think it's now stopped raining, but it's decided to truck it down. But it's kind of an intermittent showers all day. Last bit now. What horrible lighting. You can just see, I don't know what the road's from, but that is the end of today. It's quite, it looks lighter actually. Look camera makes it look lighter. I've now got to the point where I can't actually see what I'm doing on the chop saw. So we have completely done the other side. Just needs 2 more buttons, but it's felted. Most of the buttons are on, and we've got a little gap which I'll insert a clip anyway that you'll see, which we'll probably do tomorrow because that looks really light. It's really not that light. The camera is very deceiving. Yeah, I mean I can't see what we're doing, so call it an end of the day, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Welcome back to another day. It's actually been a day in between, it's not the next day, but I had a surprisingly shorter day today. So I'm home from work this morning, and we are now getting some jobs done before we finish the last bit of the roof. So we're doing the new LED flashing because there's a hole which I'll insert a clip, and I've got water in my bedroom, so we're fixing that before we crack on with the roof. But that's where we're at today, so it's kind of like odd jobs kind of afternoon on a surprisingly short day at work. Welcome back to another day. This video is all over the place a little bit, but that's because generally at the beginning part of the week I work, so any odd jobs and stuff we get to do will be when I've finished, and then obviously I can't film when I'm not here, so it's all bits and pieces. But we've been doing some little jobs that needed doing, but we didn't want to do, if that makes sense. We knew we needed doing, just needed to do them and find the time to do them. So we've done a few of those. So that was like the chimney that we did, not yesterday, day before. We didn't do anything out here yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Oh, Dad was plastering and I was working, so we didn't do anything yesterday. But today we are finishing the final part of the roof, and I feel like I've said that in every single video, but this is the final part of the roof. No more battening after this one, so this will be the last bit of the roof, which is brilliant. And then we are going to put the OSB board up here, which will give us a ceiling and a floor to walk on for all of our stuff like storage and things. So we're going to be doing that today, see if we can get them up. It's going to be a bit tricky because we've got to lift them up there, and I'm 5'1". 5'1". It's going to be interesting. So we're going to do that today, and then possibly we've got a selection of tiles. We've only got 20 here. We might start putting them on the roof, start to see what it looks like. We shall see. We'll see how we get on, see if the weather holds out. It's looking like a nice day, so it should be alright, but let's see how quickly we get stuff done. In the roof, I'm just taking some pictures and videos for the IG. Just to a little bit. So we're just doing the floor of the roof. That's what's happening. So we've currently got 1, 2, 6 sheets up here and 6 sheets down there. We're cracking on. Hopefully you can't hear that music. And it's a Christmas song. Bet you can't guess where Dad's gone. Yep, surprise, surprise. He's just gone to Travis because we put this up, but actually the spacing is a little bit under what I think Dad was expecting. So we've got to take some notches out and sit it in between the trusses, which is fine, but means that we need a new handsaw. Dad needs to get another extension lead because we don't have any electricity in here just yet. We're waiting on an electrician, which will happen. It'll happen eventually, but nobody does anything very fast. But it's fine. We need to get another extension lead because it doesn't reach, and then we've got to chop them all out so they can go up to the noggins and in between the trusses, which will be better, but just means that we're going to have a quick bite to eat whilst Dad's gone to get that, and then we will carry on. But it's looking cool, and it's so much easier when there's wood up there. to walk on and manoeuvre and stuff. They are quite heavy, but also we haven't got enough stuff. So we figured that we needed to get some more batten as well, because we need to batten the outside and things. I'm going to move the bike, listen to heart rate. Oh, that's so much easier that the bike goes back now because the wood's not in the way. Yeah, so I was up there, Dad was lifting it up. But yes, so we haven't got enough stuff, but like I was saying, we need some more batten because the batten's got to go on the outside ready for the cladding. And what else? Oh, and the battening for the inside of the stables for the OSB to go down the inside. So we just need more stuff. That's where we're at. So I'm going to go have some lunch. Good morning! We didn't actually do anything after Dad went to Travis yesterday. We just kind of came in. It was cold. It also was later on in the afternoon, which, as you know, the days are now shorter. This morning we are back on it and earlier than normal. We've cracked on this morning, we've done the ponies, done the dogs, and we are back and ready to start the day. So we are having to debate with the chicken run because we only did half of it covered with like corrugated plastic and the other half was mesh, but obviously with all the rain it just gets so muddy and gross. So we are actually going to make a roof that we can lift on and off. So we're going to do that before we crack on with the floorboards in the stables, floorboards in the storage above the stables. So let's go do that. That's mainly our task for today. This makes me look like I'm bald. I do have hair back here somewhere. But right, let's go sort out the chicken coop. Let's go. Hopefully this little roof that we have now created, it's got a bit of an overhang, but we'll sort that at a later date. It doesn't matter right now. If anything, it's going to try and dry out this chicken run a bit. And yeah, it does look a little bit dark. They do have a light which we've now moved, so it's solar light, so it will move. It will come on when they shudder about and stuff. Hopefully that'll keep them dry. And the pen won't look so minging because it is rather gross. Look, do you remember when it had grass in it? That grass lasted like 2 days, but they're pretty happy. They've got mealworms and a new roof, so they're content chickens. I've just come to edit this video and I forgot to end it. So that just proves to you how all over the place this video has been. You have just seen that the wood has been delivered for the cladding of the stables in the house. So that will be in the next video. Fingers crossed. And the roof is finally done. I've been saying it and saying it, but it's done.
So no more battening on that roof or felting. It is now for the tiles, and the tiles have also been delivered, so we've got those. So it's going to be another busy week. So tune in next week to see how the stables come on even more, getting that step closer to getting those ponies in. So check back next week. If you've liked this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I'll leave the links below. Go and check out the Instagrams because I'm updating those daily, as well as, you know, get the little sneak peeks of what we're up to and what we're doing ahead of the time of the video. So please go and check those out, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.